Hi and welcome to the Army Showcase. In this video, we'll have a look at this army from Book 3, this army from DBA 3.0, Book 3, Army number 24B, Middle Anglo Saxon, 701 AD to 1016 AD. This army covers the Mercian supremacy through just before the conquest of what is now England, from King Offa of Mercia through to King Alfred the Great, from the Battle of Illanden to the Battle of Brunanburh. This is the B version of this list, and it covers all these periods, which is about 300 years worth. It's then when you realize that this army comes with potentially 8 bases of spears. When this army is fighting against another army with a lot of knights, elephants, light horse, and warbands, and also in good going, this army may not have that many options to counter. The 8 bases of spears also meant that there's a slight grind in getting the army completed as you slowly do the shields. I wanted to keep the army looking unified, so I kept to a small color palette when I was painting the shields. In order to break up the monotony, I included some feared spearman bases in the mix as well. The feared were raised by virtue of compulsory military service and were called up to serve for up to 40 days a year. The figures for this army is from Alternative Armies, specifically from their Dark Age and Isserus range. But when I got mine, they were from Tabletop Miniatures. The sculpts do show their age with the most simple poses, but on some of these figures there was a surprising amount of detail. For example, on the Thangs. As for the blades part of the army, I added an element of Thangs. The Thangs were a rank of nobility in Anglo Saxon society. In this army, I've designated them as blades as they were much better armored because they were lords and could afford better equipment. The Huskarls completed the blade units with their Dane axes. I've also included some Huskarls as the bodyguard for the general. To be honest, the Huskarls in this army do not really look that great, and I wish the sculpts were a little better. In fact, the hardest part was painting the face, as I wasn't so sure where the armor ended and where the face started. The hardest part about me painting this army was honestly the repetition and trying to keep the palette small and consistent. It's very easy to start using a whole lot of different colors, which probably is a little bit more accurate, but to me, I rather have a small palette to give a more unified feel to the army. Here's the general base, and as you can see, I've done a few small conversions for this base. I didn't have a general figure in my storeroom, so I decided to convert one of the Huskarls into a general and another Huskarl into a standard bearer. The flag is taken from Little Big Man Studios, and the link to this company is in the description. I really like a nice looking camp, so while I was painting this army, I had the camp at the back of my mind. So I went online and found some pictures of the camps the Anglo Saxon reenactors were building and using, and I decided to build one as well. I also made sure there was space for at least one of my spears to fit on the base of the camp in case the camp was in need of some defending. I also scratch built the pot and the cooking area. So that's pretty much it. Please do support and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.